It was the year 2017, and it was a no-brainer for us to do another film utilising the puppets and the village set. The name for the new film would be A Nordie in the Knee. I have heard over the years some Southern Irish folk refer to us up north as Nordies, which I always find amusing, especially when hearing it said with a soft Irish lilt. So our story revolves around a Nordie or foreigner coming to live in a small, tightly knit and narrow-minded village. It just so happens it is a village of little people. You could say we are exploring that forever topical subject of refugees coming over here and taking our jobs, our benefits and our women, etc. The whinging cry of the little Hitlers of this world. But that's a lot of old tosh. We just wanted to make a silly, fun film with hand puppets. The twist at the end of our story isn't because our protagonist is a Nordie invading a southern Irish village with all the fear, bigotry and jingoism that entails, but because the Nordie invader is a full-sized human and the puppets / little people have an inferiority complex about anyone bigger than them.
That's Martin's wife, Mona Gurna.
Nordie.
You wouldn't think she'd be wanting for anything, seeing as she runs the village shop. But you can only get little things for little people here, and she likes nothing better than to sink her teeth into a big bar of chocolate.
You may have noticed at the end of our film The Irish Giant of Knocknanee, a big traditional caravan. Well, my dad built it, and because it looked so good, we decided to feature it in our new film. The back of the Irish Giant's home was turned into the village shop, which was run by Mona Gurna. He also built a new cottage for the village, and we spruced things up with some fake grass, ivy and flowers. The new cottage would belong to our George W. Bush puppet. He would play the mayor, a title he was very happy with. Of course, by placing a tin lid attached to a ribbon around his neck with the words Mayor of Knocknanee, we made him look like the village idiot.
The sun came out, and if he went to see George, who thinks he's the mayor of the village, everyone else thinks he's not right in the head.
Nordie.
George only discovered this at the premiere of the film, and he is currently suing us for defamation of character. King Seamus, Maeve, Joe, Martin and Mona Gurna from our previous puppet film all agreed to appear in this new one. Our two ginger-headed puppets, who had played the black and tan soldiers in the Irish Giant film, were nowhere to be found. We think King Seamus had something to do with their disappearance, but we have been unable to prove anything. The army truck from the Irish Giant film was transformed into a commercial lorry. And a new train carriage was built to accommodate a full-sized human. The plot of the film concerns a Miss Jessie Ford who receives a letter telling of a caravan left to her by her granny. An old man shows up to drive her most of the way to the caravan's location, and afterwards he keeps mysteriously popping up to lead her all the way to Knocknanee, where the caravan is situated. To her surprise, she sees that it is a village of little people. She is not given much of a welcome, and after a distressing day, goes to sleep in the caravan.
Good night. Knock the bloody knee.
When she wakes up in the morning and looks in the mirror, she gets a huge shock. To film this scene, I fitted myself onto the bed in the caravan, and with the puppet in one hand and the camera in the other, I was able to pull it off. The real difficulty came when we wanted to film the puppet running out of the caravan and to the village. Go again, but try and keep your gob shut. Keep the head down. Go. I'm not happy. After several failed attempts, we decided to use that very old, traditional method of a puppet on a string, or several strings in our case. My great niece Caitlin had recently taken up Irish dancing, and we liked the idea of a little dancing scene in the film. On the day, the sound quality of her feet on the wooden board sounded horrible. I think it was because the board was raised off the ground. So when I was editing the film, I decided to replace all of the original recorded sound. I found a video on YouTube of a girl Irish dancing on a wooden board. The sound of her feet hitting the board was a lot better than what I had. So I redubbed Caitlin's dancing with this new audio clip, one step at a time, making sure to dub in the correct steps. For example, whether it was her toes or heel hitting the board. I also had Bet replay the music on her violin, so I ended up not using any of the original audio. Here's the finished result.
Hey, keep your fatty piggy fingers to yourself, Nordie. Hey, keep your fatty piggy fingers to yourself, Nordie.
But Mona Gurno, if you're able to do it, will do Nordie and then I think that's funny, because she's an old bitch anyway.
Nordie.
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 As Victor's character in the film explains to Jesse Ford, he gets the villagers things from the big city. I decided that two of those things would be racy magazines, which I spent an enjoyable few hours making up on the computer. One for Seamus and one for Maeve. You only catch a fleeting glimpse of them in the film, so here they are in all their glory. I also did the cover for the Irish joke book, which earns Victor's character a rag in the face.
It all began with a letter. And a little person got out and said, "I'm not happy." And I said, "Well, which one are you then?"
Alright, stop. We're going to go with the rag. Do your rag bit. Alright. You could have at least waited till I tell you to do it, love. Let's...
Yeah, you said do the rack bit.
Yeah, I was in the middle of setting up the camera. Right. Arm up, throw. Let's do that again. You start to knock his head off. That off there. Right, go. Hello.
Hello.
This is Jessie. Look her up and down.
Nordie. Shit, sorry, Don.
Right.
And if you've been needing a train for knock the knee,
Go.
yes, it's me again. I couldn't bend my brain. Calm down, calm down. Calm down, calm down. Calm down, calm down.
Come on, calm down, calm down. Calm down, calm down. What's going on here?
Hello, George. This is Miss Jessie McGee.
Hello, how are you?
Victor.
No, there's no dialogue.
Jessie. Pick it up. Chuck it. That was violent. Glance round, Jessie. Here it comes. Go, Jessie. 1, 2, 3. Get it, get it. Throw.
Shit.
Keep going, keep walking. That was wonderfully violent from Jessie there. Right, cut.
Alright, we're going to wait on an angle here.
Just keep it there. Get that hand away, Jack. Whatever that is. What is it? It's the puppet's feet. Get his feet out of there. He's blocking them. Sophie, you're hitting your puppet in the head. Head up, Sophie. That's it. Bring Seamus down a bit. He's looking up in the sky a bit too much. Go. React. Yo. Welcome to your new home, Miss Jessie Ford. Hold Granny up a bit more, pup. Both of them up a bit. That's it. Nice. Good stuff. Come on, that's it. Right, turn and talk amongst yourselves.
And there were the villagers all lined up and eager to welcome little Jessie to her new home.
Well, you could knock me down with a feather.
And they all lived happily ever after, with the Nordie in the knee.
Right, that's it. Cut. And so he is the mysterious new puppet who plays Jessie Ford as a little person. Well, it is Maeve with a wig on. The same wig that Jacinta as Miss Ford wears. There is a bit of a giveaway. If you look closely, you'll see the Jessie Ford puppet has white eyebrows. In 2018, my dad built the church in the village, and ideas for a comedy horror puppet film were discussed. So far we have yet to make another Irish comedy with puppets. But the village is still there, as are the puppets, who have made the big traditional caravan their home. And maybe someday Victor's back garden may again reverberate with the sounds of trying to get hand puppets to act. Hello.